even among those who hate. Live in joy, in health, even among the afflicted. Live in joy, in peace, even among the troubled. Live in joy without possessions, like the shining ones. The winner sows hatred because the loser suffers. Let go of winning and losing and find joy. There is no fire like passion, no crime like hatred, no sorrow like separation, no sickness like hunger, and no joy like the joy of freedom. Health, contentment, and trust are your greatest possessions, and freedom your greatest joy. Look within. Be still. Free from fear and attachment, know the sweet joy of the way. How joyful to look upon the awakened and to keep company with the wise. How long the road to the man who travels with a fool, but whoever follows those who follow the way discovers his family and is filled with joy. Follow then the shining ones, the wise, the awakened, the loving, for they know how to work and forbear. Follow them as the moon follows the path of the stars. Pleasure. Do not let pleasure distract you from meditation, from the way. Free yourself from pleasure and pain, for in craving pleasure or in nursing pain, there is only sorrow. Like nothing, lest you lose it, lest it bring you grief and fear. Go beyond likes and dislikes. From passion and desire, sensuousness and lust, arise grief and fear. Free yourself from attachment. He is pure and sees. He speaks the truth and lives it. He does his own work. So he is admired and loved. With a determined mind and undesiring heart, he longs for freedom. He is called Udam Soto, he who goes upstream. When a traveler at last comes home from a far journey, with what gladness his family and his friends receive him. Even so shall your good deeds welcome you like friends, and with what rejoicing when you pass from this life to the next. Anger. Let go of anger. Let go of pride. When you are bound by nothing, you go beyond sorrow. Anger is like a chariot careering wildly. He who curbs his anger is the true charioteer. Others merely hold the reins. With gentleness, overcome anger. With generosity, overcome meanness. With truth, overcome deceit. Speak the truth. Give whatever you can. Never be angry. These 3 steps will lead you into the presence of the gods. The wise harm no one. They are masters of their bodies, and they go to the boundless country. They go beyond sorrow. Those who seek perfection keep watch by day and night till all desires vanish. Listen, Atula, this is not new. It is an old saying. They blame you for being silent. They blame you when you talk too much and when you talk too little. Whatever you do, they blame you. The world always finds a way to praise and a way to blame. It always has, and it always will. But who dares blame the man whom the wise continually praise, whose life is virtuous and wise, who shines like a coin of pure gold? Even the gods praise him, even Brahma praises him. Beware of the anger of the body. Master the body. let it serve truth. Beware of the anger of the mouth. Master your words, let them serve truth. Beware of the anger of the mind. Master your thoughts, let them serve truth. The wise have mastered body, word, and mind. They are the true masters. Impurity. You are as the yellow leaf. The messengers of death are at hand. You are to travel far away. What will you take with you? You are the lamp to lighten the way. Then hurry, hurry. When your light shines without impurity or desire, you will come into the boundless country. Your life is falling away. Death is at hand. Where will you rest on the way? What have you taken with you? You are the lamp to lighten the way. Then hurry, hurry. When your light shines purely, you will not be born, and you will not die. As a silversmith sifts dust from silver, remove your own impurities, little by little. Or, as iron is corroded by rust, your own mischief will consume you. Neglected, the sacred verses rust, for beauty rusts without use, and unrepaired the house falls into ruin, and the watch without vigilance fails. In this world and the next, there is impurity and impurity. When a woman lacks dignity, when a man lacks generosity, but the greatest impurity is ignorance. Free yourself from it. Be pure. Life is easy for the man who is without shame. Impudent as a crow, a vicious gossip, vain, meddlesome, dissolute. But life is hard for the man who quietly undertakes the way of perfection with purity, detachment, and vigor. He sees light. If you kill, lie, or steal, commit adultery, or drink, you dig up your own roots. And if you cannot master yourself, the harm you do turns against you grievously. You may give in the spirit of light, or as you please, but if you care how another man gives or how he withholds, you trouble your quietness endlessly. These envying roots, destroy them and enjoy a lasting quietness. There is no fire like passion. There are no chains like hate. Illusion is a net, desire a rushing river. How easy it is to see your brother's faults, how hard to face your own. You winnow his in the wind like chaff, but yours you hide like a cheat covering up an unlucky throw. Dwelling on your brother's faults multiplies your own. You are far from the end of your journey. The way is not in the sky, the way is in the heart. See how you love whatever keeps you from your journey. But the Tathagatas, they who have gone beyond, have conquered the world. They are free. The way is not in the sky. The way is in the heart. All things arise and pass away, but the awakened awake forever. The just. If you determine your course with force or speed, you miss the way of the law. Quietly consider what is right and what is wrong, receiving all opinions equally, without haste, wisely observe the law. Who is wise, the eloquent or the quiet man? Be quiet and loving and fearless, for the mind talks, but the body knows. Gray hairs cannot make a master. A man may grow old in vain. The true master lives in truth, in goodness and restraint, non-violence, moderation, and purity. Fine words or fine features cannot make a master out of a jealous and greedy man. Only when envy and selfishness are rooted out of him may he grow in beauty. A man may shave his head, but if he still lies and neglects his work, if he clings to desire and attachment, how can he follow the way? The true seeker subdues all waywardness. He has submitted his nature to quietness. He is a true seeker, not because he begs, but because he follows the lawful way, holding back nothing, holding to nothing. Beyond good and beyond evil, beyond the body and beyond the mind. Silence cannot make a master out of a fool, but he who weighs only purity in his scales, who sees the nature of the two worlds, he is a master. He harms no living thing. And yet, it is not good conduct that helps you upon the way, nor ritual, nor book learning, nor withdrawal into the self, nor deep meditation. None of these confers mastery or joy. O seeker, rely on nothing until you want nothing. The way. The way is eightfold. There are four truths. All virtue lies in detachment. The master has an open eye. This is the only way to the opening of the eye. Follow it. Outwit desire. Follow it to the end of sorrow. When I pulled out sorrow's shaft, I showed you the way. It is you who must make the effort. The masters only point the way. But if you meditate and follow the law, you will free yourself from desire. Everything arises and passes away. When you see this, you are above sorrow. This is the shining way. Existence is sorrow. Understand and go beyond sorrow. This is the way of brightness. Existence is illusion. Understand. Go beyond. This is the way of clarity. You are strong. You are young. It is time to arise. So arise, lest through irresolution and idleness you lose the way. Master your words. Master your thoughts. Never allow your body to do harm. Follow these three roads with purity, and you will find yourself upon the one way, the way of wisdom. Sit in the world. Sit in the dark. Sit in meditation. Sit in light. Choose your seat. Let wisdom grow. Cut down the forest, not the tree, where out of the forest comes danger. Cut down the forest, fell desire, and set yourself free. While a man desires a woman, his mind is bound as closely as a calf to its mother. As you would pluck an autumn lily, pluck the arrow of desire. For he who is awake has shown you the way of peace. Give yourself to the journey. Here shall I make my dwelling in the summer and the winter and in the rainy season. So the fool makes his plans, sparing not a thought for his death. Death overtakes the man who, giddy and distracted by the world, cares only for his flocks and his children. Death fetches him away as a flood carries off a sleeping village.
There you go.
His family cannot save him, not his father, nor his sons. Know this. Seek wisdom and purity. Quickly clear the way. Out of the forest. There is pleasure and there is bliss first to possess the second. If you are happy at the expense of another man's happiness, you are forever bound. You do not what you should. You do what you should not. You are reckless, and desire grows. But the master is wakeful. He watches his body. In all his actions, he discriminates, and he becomes pure. He is without blame, though once he may have murdered his mother and his father, 2 kings, a kingdom, and all its subjects. Though the kings were holy, and their subjects among the virtuous, yet is he blameless. The followers of the awakened awake, and day and night they watch and meditate upon their master. Forever wakeful, they mind the law. They know their brothers on the way. They understand the mystery of the body. They find joy in all beings. They delight in meditation. It is hard to live in the world and hard to live out of it. It is hard to be one among many. And for the wanderer, how long is the road wandering through many lives? Let him rest. Let him not suffer. Let him not fall into suffering. If he is a good man, a man of faith, honored and prosperous, wherever he goes, he is welcome. Like the Himalayas, good men shine from afar, but bad men move unseen like arrows in the night. Sit.
Cobb, I'm not really listening to you because I'm kind of just answering because people are going off of me in the chat.
Don't look at the chat. Listen to my words.
Can y'all turn off the chat then? Because they're disrespectful.
Don't look at it.
Oh, Juicy, I think you're hilarious.
Thanks, Nick.
The disrespectful comments.
Just don't look at the chat. Be focused. You can be focused. You sound like a smart guy.
Yakov, shut your ass up before I eat that dog that's wailing.
Stop deleting the comments.
No, you leave the comments up. I want to see all the crazy shit that these people be saying.
Yeah, I'm going to interrupt you. My son is gay.
Go ahead, Shirley.
Okay, my son is gay. He's married to his husband. His husband just decided to change his name to my son's last name. Crazy thing. Okay, he was on the phone with me the other day. He said, I don't really understand it. Tel Aviv is one of the hottest gay party towns in the world. What is wrong with these people?
Black gays are not going to Tel Aviv, Shirley. This is what I'm trying to make.
You know that.
What black gay people do you know, Harry, that are going to Tel Aviv?
Many. When was the last time you were there? Okay?
I don't go to these war-stricken nations. I go to places like... I go to a place real cute.
Tel Aviv isn't war-stricken, and there are many...
Oh, it's a little ghetto over there.
So you're just throwing around words.
Yakov, you're just mad because I said what I said. I said what I said.
Look, I never get mad at someone who says something without an intellectual...
Yakov, go feed your dog. How about that? Go feed that.
Fine, it's quiet, it's sitting right next to me. See, these are all non sequiturs. Talk about facts, talk about history. If you can't do either, then shut the
They're not anti-gay in Palestine. Y'all are talking about the religious zealots. Hold on. No, because y'all think that religious zealots speak for like an entire community of people. You got the crazy ass Muslims. That's true. You got the crazy ass Muslims out here blowing gay people up. We've been new. You got the crazy ass Christians blowing gay people up. Like let's really y'all want to say like.
Do you know what happened in Hebron?
I don't give a fuck what happened. That's none of my business.
Tell us what happened.
Tell Hammy.
Just for the community just suspected him of being gay. He wasn't caught in the act of being. They suspected he was being gay. He was killed in an honor killing.
Okay, well, you should have hit that shit a little better.
Never prosecuted.
See, Saul, and that's not, you're trying to be funny, but that's fucked.
No, I'm not trying to be funny.
But that's really fucked up.
Well, my whole thing is, they don't like you because you're gay and you're black. So I'm just kind of like, what are you,
He wasn't white. He was from the Middle East.
How many black friends you got?
Oh my God, why does everything have to go back to race?
No, because I'm curious. I just want to know. How many black friends you got that don't code switch when they speak to you?
This is so
Zero. They don't code switch.
I think they do. I think they talk like this when they talk to you.
You know, I taught 10th grade sorry, 5th grade.
You were a teacher?
So I know what, yeah, and I know what code switching is.
Oh, you were a public school teacher or a private school teacher?
Public school in the South Bronx. Doesn't get any worse.
You did not teach in the South Bronx. Why are you lying?
Okay, I taught in PS 76. You look it up.
Hold on, let me look it up.
You'll see it's exactly in the.
Are you retired now?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good. Can I have some of your money?
No.
The Bennington School.
Yes, the Bennington School.
This is not in the South Bronx. What are you talking about? This is in the Bronx. This is not in the South Bronx.
It's in the Bronx.
This is not in the South Bronx. This is like in one of the nicest neighborhoods in the Bronx. Not the nicest, but it's not giving South Bronx energy.
Not the nicest.
But why did you say that it was in the South Bronx when it wasn't?
Because it is in the South Bronx.
It's not in the South Bronx. I'm looking at the map. It's not in the South Bronx.
Well, you obviously don't know how to read maps because it drew
No,
a population set from all of the entire Bronx.
Hold on, let me just take a screenshot of this.
We're from the South Bronx.
Yeah, I got it. I'm looking at the map.
Ribono Shaloiloi, good Shabbos, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedoshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lah.
Clubhouse police now, you bitch ass nigga. Fuck me. So go post that shit. Post it, you lying ass, goofy ass bitch. And I still wanna see those fucking
Big love, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Hold on, then. Hold on 1 second.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, big love, bitch. What up, Maze?
Yo, Juju. Astaghfirullah azim. Oraya şirke yuvasına oraya.
بتيخة تيخة عربي بتيخة
Oraya bana wasa. لا تعلم.
لا 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 لا
just part of God hypnosis. Human hypnosis.
Taco!
We're going to do
Taco Bell! Hi, Mr. Taco.
Hey,
How's it going? Are you crunchy or are you a soft shell taco?
depends how I feel.
That's right, there's only two types of people in this world. Crunchy, brittly, easily broken tacos, and dried out. And then there's the soft shell taco, the tortilla.
This is an Egyptian God hypnosis. So take the deepest breath of the day through your nose, hold it for 10 seconds. Let go, visualize the color red, and say, I am a flower. Take the second deepest breath of the day through your nose, hold it for 10 seconds, close your eyes. Let it go, and say, I am Thoth, Hermes Trismegistus. Okay, this is the invocation of Thoth, which is essentially thought. The temple being in darkness, the speaker descended into his place. Let him begin by a ritual of the enterer as followeth. Procul, O procul, este profani balasti ompeda. In the name of the mighty and terrible one, I proclaim that I have banished the shells unto their habitations. I invoke Tahuti, the Lord of wisdom and of utterance, the God that cometh forth from the veil. O thou, majesty of the Godhead, wisdom crowned Tahuti, Lord of the gates of the universe, thee I invoke. O thou of the ibis head, thee I invoke. Thou who wieldest the wand of double power, thee I invoke. Thou who bearest in thy left hand the rose and cross of light and life, thee I invoke. Thou whose head is as an emerald, and thy nemesis is the night, blue sky, thee I invoke. Thou whose skin is of a flaming orange as thou it burned in a furnace, thee I invoke. Behold, I am yesterday, today, and the brother of tomorrow. I am born again and again. Mine is the unseen force whereof the gods are sprung, which is as life unto the dwellers in the watchtowers of the universe. I am the charioteer of the east, Lord of the past and of the future. I see by mine own inward light, Lord of resurrection, who cometh forth from the dusk, and my birth is from the house of death. O ye two divine hawks upon your pinnacles, who keep watch over the universe, ye who company the buyer from the house of rest, pilot the ship of Ra, advancing onwards to the heights of heaven, Lord of the shrine which standeth in the center of the earth, behold, ye
At last check, as of June 4th, there were more than $705 million in total net assets. Compare that to, say, BlackRock, which has more than $20 billion in net assets. It's important to note that BlackRock did in fact become the largest spot Bitcoin ETF in the US, even surpassing Grayscale. So how does your spot Bitcoin ETF compare to your competitors? What differentiates yours from the others out there?
Well, given that the SEC allowed all these products to trade on the same day, that of course gives an advantage to the largest incumbents. So there was a world in which speed used to matter, and the first to file would be first to list. Maybe someday we will return to that world now that these crypto asset ETFs are normalized. So there are few ways for issuers to differentiate themselves, given the starting point was the same. We did it through skin in the game. We made the largest investment off of our firm's balance sheet into our own product by a multiple of $70 million. So if this asset has a big correction, we're going to be there with skin in the game to explain why, do the research, and be there next to our clients. The second is the quality of our research. If you look at our models on these assets, I think they're the most detailed on the street. And the third is that tickers can be differentiators. So we think we have the best one with HODL.
How do you think the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs here in the US changed the landscape and changed crypto sentiment? What exactly has changed in the past 5 months, since January, when these spot Bitcoin ETFs started trading here in the US?
The spot ETFs have opened up an entirely new class of buyers, and those are people who manage other people's money. So the number one rule of managing other people's money is that you can't lose it. Like physically, you can't misplace it. And because crypto is a bearer asset that settles instantaneously, the exchanges historically didn't have separation between the trading platforms and the custody platforms. And that's what made it so risky to hold Bitcoin on the exchange. So with these ETFs, now traditional managers can buy it, put it in their brokerage account, and be sure that the custody element, there's a separation of powers. And so what we've seen is that a whole new class of buyers have come in. One thing that really surprised me from the 13F filings is that registered investment advisors own the same amount of these Bitcoin ETFs as do hedge funds. And investment advisors manage 10 times the assets that hedge funds manage. So when the ETFs were listed, the more nimble money, specifically macro and multi-asset hedge funds, allocated aggressively. Maybe they'll be higher velocity traders of this asset. And the investment advisors came in at a more measured pace. The investment advisors are likely to be the stickier, larger holders over time. I think when you see next quarter's 13Fs, the investment advisor to hedge fund ratio will be 2 to 3x. The ETFs have also opened up to pension funds. We saw the state of Wisconsin make an allocation. Even a Bitcoin miner, Marathon, reported in their quarterly results that they bought the ETF for whatever reason. So it's just a very handy vehicle. So we're seeing that market share gain continue.
Now, turning back to regulation, the House in recent weeks passed the Fit for the 21st Century Act, which is a crypto market structure bill, with 71 Democrats joining 208 Republicans in voting yes for the legislation. What was your reaction to that development, and are you noticing a political shift as it pertains to crypto right now?
There's definitely a political shift. The amount of money that crypto has energized from regular donators, as well as some of the larger companies in the space. But the crypto super PAC Fair Shake is now the largest industry-specific PAC by a multiple of 2. The second largest is APAC. And crypto, the Fair Shake is now larger than Donald Trump's re-election PAC. So you can be sure he's observed that and wants a piece of it. And I do think that we need to differentiate between what's happened on the Hill, where the House, voted, I think, more in a symbolic move for Fit 21. I think the Senate is going to be slower to approve that. A lot of the banking committee members want to get their hands on it and amend it. And frankly, there are a lot of things about the bill that could use working on. But
I saw
think
you posted that on X. Yes.
It lays the groundwork for a much more favorable environment next year. Hopefully there's a new administration, gets to work on, comprehensive legislation, and Fit 21 can be a kind of the backbone for that.
Now, turning to another popular technology, AI, Bitcoin miners have been pouring millions into AI businesses. Just this week, Core Scientific announced a deal with CoreWeave. That deal is expected to add more than $3.5 billion in revenue over a 12-year time frame. That's the time frame of the contract. And you offered some perspective on X, writing that Core has earned an average of $550 million in revenue over the past 3 years. So what do you think about that development, the fact that Bitcoin miners are pouring millions into AI businesses, and the fact that they're retrofitting their current businesses to service AI clients, especially as Bitcoin mining revenue tanks?
So we think that crypto and AI share a number of foundational elements. One of them, as you observe, is the energy intensity. So both require vast amounts of energy, and because Bitcoin miners have been operating in that environment for so many years, they often have already plenty of electricity, which could be repurposed into AI applications. Now, it's not completely seamless, but there are overlaps. Some of the other elements that AI and crypto share are transparency, so you can see all the transactions on the blockchain. That's very important for AI. Immutability, so that you know where the data has been and where it's been going. Proof of ownership, extremely crucial. What crypto enables, because it's really a coordination mechanism, crypto, between compute, people, and money. And it incentivizes the good things and disincentivizes the bad things. And it establishes provenance for every asset. You can see on the blockchain where every piece of data has gone, where every token has gone. And we think that's going to be very powerful in establishing credibility for open source AI. That AI cannot realize its full potential unless it is transparent and unless the models have been trained in this adversarial environment that crypto really creates. So there's a reason why, crypto is known for hacking, is because these are open source software, so people are constantly probing it for vulnerabilities and trying to extract value. And if we're going to give critical function to AI and let it make material decisions, not just composing lyrics, then we're going to need to have confidence that it's training on the right data. And if we use crypto economics and open source databases to train and incentivize the right types of models, we think that's going to be compelling competition for the closed source models, notably Google.
How do people get paid to go on TV to say shit like that? That guy, this is a lot of dumb shit. But it made me think, for one thing, I want to see a news hat. Second thing, like, describing Ethereum as, like, a decentralized app store, right? Like, they're, like, basically, it's like the Apple App Store, but Ethereum. And then I was, like, looking at my phone, and I was scrolling through all the different apps I have on my phone. I'm like, it doesn't make sense to have any of these things to have a fucking coin. That, like, why the fuck would any of this stuff want its own token that, like, has to have its own monetary policy and, is inflating like crazy? It just, like, makes no sense when I'm looking at all these apps on my phone. I'm like,
Why would
it's a dollar.
Chris, why would there be a coin for a specific app you're using?
Okay, so like he was describing Ethereum as, you know, there's 3,000 apps out there on it.
For the gas, right?
Sure, but each token, each fucking, you know, maybe you buy it with Ethereum, but every fucking actual, so like, you know, if you
He's
went to
talking
the
about the
Ethereum App Store.
ERC20s on top of it. Like he's talking
Yeah.
about, yeah, but there's many apps that don't have a token in the software.
You guys know
Not
the
many.
answer, so the creator of the project can enrich themselves. Come on. Why
No, I
you
know,
try
I'm just
to, why
saying
you trying to prevent people from making money?
Oh my god. I'm just saying that, like, yeah, you get it. But I'm just saying that, like, when you just look at your phone and just think about why do each one of these tokens need their own respective token? It makes. I don't understand why I have a subscription to this thing monthly. I'm supposed to buy like 9 months of the thing up front. It just makes no sense. Or like 5 years of it. And just hodl that coin.
All of this comes down to, these are all just gift cards, effectively, right? When you look at these types of models, they're just gift card models for the service. It's just like, it's honest. But neither here nor there. This guy just said a bunch of nothing.
It's entertaining. It's like Jim
That was
Cramer.
entertaining?
Well, to some people, it grabs their attention and fills the air. And now we're wasting fucking time asking, why do we need coins? Come on, you guys know the answer to all this shit.
Hey, Christian, let's switch topics. I don't need to. That's what I'm saying. Why are we doing this? Why are we having this weird conversation now right now? I'm like adding to this argument. Hey, Christian, I'm down to fight Nick. I'll box with him tomorrow. I'm down for boxing like mañana. I like the spar a little bit. No, boxing. Have you boxed before, John? Yeah. Okay. I would like to I'd like to spend the next, month or so, sparring. But if he wanted to box, I'm ready to box tomorrow. But if he wanted to do some sort of specialized martial arts, whether it's karate or jujitsu or some shit like that, then I need 9 months, 12 months.
Wait, who's John fighting?
Okay.
What is just pure MMA, John?
Oh, hey, Otto, if you want to make the next fight happen, I'll box his ass. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, but you
Nick's not a fucking boxer by trade, though, right? I'm not a boxer by trade either. I'm just an athlete.
What do you weigh right now? What do you weigh?
179, 181.
Oh, so you can make weight at 160.
Yeah, why do I have to do it? 165.
Well, you could make it right now. You just dehydrate.
Okay.
The brain will have a seizure, but yeah, you can dehydrate.
No. There's a very.
I don't want to make.
No.
I want to drop 17 pounds.
This is a science, and it's a very specific thing. They could take you tomorrow and have you drop it all. The main thing is you quit eating carbs. Number one, because carbs carry extra water.
Sauna for 24 hours?
No, you don't have to sit in a sauna. That's outdated bullshit. What you do is you basically just wear a sweater and do a bike ride. That's it. And then they do hot bath and towels. That's another one too.
17 pounds.
Yeah, you could do 17 pounds easy.
Little black coffee to drink you more liquid.
You'll probably have to cut your hair and cut off your dick.
Literally tomorrow, you could drop 17 pounds.
How
of
shitty
water.
would I feel? There's no way.
You don't. No. Yeah, dude. What do you guys think cutting weight is like? This is what they do.
It's not that easy, though.
I didn't say it was easy. I just said it could be done.
Well, you kind of said no problem.
You could get rid of the weight, no problem. It would suck for you, but you could get rid of it.
Hey, how tall is Nick? Is he much? I don't think he's much taller than me.
He's maybe a little shorter than you, I think.
He's shorter than me?
He's 5'9". He's 5'9".
No.
Yeah.
You know what that was the equivalent of saying, Huddle? It's easy to huddle. I think he's about my height or taller. I don't think he's shorter. You're right. You are right.
But he's 5'9".
I do hear you.
He's 5'9".
So he's about my height. He's 5'9", I think, guys. Hey, Huddle, I think I could knock your boy out. And I think you know I'd knock your boy out.
I think he's looking for an ETH guy, though. He's not looking for another big
John, pretend you're an ETH guy. I mean, no, I'm not gonna do that. I mean, this, like, you'd have to pay me a lot of money to, like, pretend to be something I'm not.
How
Whether
many
it's
E's
or
would it take?
transgender. I mean, you know, if someone's paying me, like, $500,000 to play an act and knock your boy out, I'll knock him out. I honestly think I'd probably knock him out, like almost instantly. I think I'd wind up just mauling his ass in, like, the first 10, 20 seconds. Then I get pulled off, and then I would maul him again, then get pulled off, and then maul him again. Like, I think that's how.
I think I would bet on Nick, to be honest.
All right.
So I posted.
I know that.
I know that.
Sorry. No. All I'm thinking about is, man, how Dave is donating money to dumb causes. You know, I don't even know why. You know, that's what's going through my head. Yeah, man. I think I could put a beat on your boy. Why does it have to be an ETH guy? I thought he was the ETH guy now. What's going on? I'm confused. What's that about?
In the original
How to
fight,
leave?
he identified as the Bitcoin maxi fighting the ETH guy, and then that guy dropped out of the fight.
Did somebody miss the memo? The Bitcoin maxi, he's been making fun of him for a year and a half.
Yeah, but they call, like, everyone a Bitcoin maxi that, you know,
Likes Bitcoin?
Yeah, like, they call tons of people a Bitcoin maxi that, like, that guy I would not define that as that.
I know, but Nick, hold on a second. But Nick famously was a Bitcoin maxi and had a famous falling out within the last year and a half. And he was, like, ambivalent toward Bitcoin maxi. So, like, I get what you're saying, where, like, people are like, oh, you like Bitcoin, you think Bitcoin's best, so you're a Bitcoin maxi, even if you think other shit might work, right? But, like, Nick's thing was a little different. I think you know what I mean.
We all know this, but it's just saying that, like, the internet, like,
What if he becomes the
Bitcoiner?
Well, what if we just convince the ETH people he's an ETH, and that there's a Bitcoin maxi that wants, and we'll prove it, because it's a Bitcoin maxi that wants to beat his ass. Although, like, I don't really hate Nick. I would just knock him out if there's. How much money are we talking here?
Well, it sounds like you want to do it for free, no?
No, I won't. No.
I like the eagerness.
I let Joe off the
I
hook.
want to look him up. What's the guy's
I let Joe Carlasari off the hook.
You
On
need
a
to
small
just check
fortune.
the post I have above, and then
I'm driving
all the
right
questions
now,
are
and I'm
answered.
sorry. I'm driving. I'll check it out later. But I do remember you sending me something. I just don't remember there being a bet for money, or I don't remember the ETH angle. I just remember seeing Nick looking kind of jacked. I was like, oh, your boy's been putting in some work. But I'd still knock his ass out. Because I met him. He's still not, like, he ain't that guy. You know what I mean? You know, Dan, like, you meet certain people and you just know if he's that guy or not. Or you can just tell if someone's athletic or not. Nick's not going to hit the baseball. Nick is, you know, not going to, you know, cut on a dime. You know, he's not that guy. He's not quarterback.
You know who Salt Poppy is? Because he looks like a guy, Salt Poppy.
Is that the guy who does the little sprinkle salt?
Sounds like Dan knows all the shit coiners. That's all
So let me tell you about Salt Poppy, right? He looks like a guy like that. What people don't know is Salt Poppy from the age of 4 till 12 actually boxed in his father's gym. So they put him in a couple celebrity matches in those undercards with KSI.
They just terrorize people?
No, when I say terrorized, I'm talking terrorized. Including Dave, there's a guy that boxes on my gym. He came into my gym in Mississauga. He's a YouTube kid. He trained for 4 months, 4 hours a day. He got knocked out in like 32 seconds by Salt Poppy, right? So Salt Poppy's this little. He lost weight now.
Hold on a second. Has Nick been training when he was a kid?
That's what I was saying. Verify that part. Who cares what he's doing now?
All right. Here's what I'm getting at. I want to make sure it's clear. All right. Assuming what I know about Nick is true. Assuming he's not been training in the martial arts.
I don't think so. I think
for longer than he's public. I don't think so either. Assuming he hasn't grown up, you know, in some. I think he grew up with academics and rich parents. I don't think they were boxing, but neither here nor there. assuming all that not to be true, I think I'm gonna knock your boy out. Like,
If you look at the post up top, I'll go both Johns at the same time, and it will look something like this.
I can't see the post at the top, but this feels like it's funny. Hold on, I'll be pulling up here in a few minutes. So don't change. Do not change the post.
Oh, Dave, you're funny, bro. You're funny.
Oh, is this where the fat guy beats up the two chicks? Is that what?
No, it's a fat guy beating up two small. Not a fat guy. It's Eddie Hall. He beating the shit out of that guy. Eddie Hall.
Okay. I think I've seen this before too. You know, there are
Both
times
Johns
that
at the same time. Sounds like Dave's favorite one.
Dave, now you have to go put my post back
dude,
up.
that's.
I don't know how to find it, Chris. I felt bad taking it down. Because actually,
What's my stalker's name? Oh, Scooter. That's Scooter's favorite. Like, that's like bookmark on Scooter's Pornhub.
okay, Chris, find your post and put it back up. Because I actually wanted to read it. Did we discuss how Dave thinks the top? Would you guys like to discuss that? I guess not. I guess it's just you're the only bear.
What do you think about then? Of Bitcoin? Dave saying today?
I said the market's like the S&P 500. I said it could be in for Bitcoin. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin goes higher.
I hope that.
But I think the S&P 500 is topped out for the year.
That'd be nice. I hope it crashes.
Why GME just buy Bitcoin? They already know they're dying on the vines. Why don't they MicroStrategy? MicroStrategy is dying on the vines. Take all this cash, delete stuff, buy Bitcoin, dilute more, buy Bitcoin, dilute more. Delete. Why not? Why?
They can do it.
Hey, you think like these people. Why? Why don't they just do the smart thing?
I don't think like that.
You do, Dave. You do.
You told me you made $1 trillion with these people. Good on you.
You can quit showing, but I made a bunch of money.
You know how like.
Yeah, Uncle Dave's got $1 trillion. Isn't that crazy?
You know, George and Teddy can like just get in the minds of the dumb, like ordinal people.
Yeah.
You're capable of doing that with GME. You understand they're retard.
Yeah, I do.
So that's
And Johnson doesn't. I'm just saying Johnson doesn't, but he acts like he totally does, and he's totally retarded and wrong. I said yesterday he was going to be a nothing burger this stream. He wasn't going to do nothing other than talk about his position in GME, and it was going to be nothing new, nothing exciting. And he said, nope, it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, you're better at understanding the retard community.
Like, you don't understand.
You're better at this.
Yeah.
How come nobody told me that guy was retarded?
I tried to. I said he wasn't really...
Wait, jumps out or Roaring Kitty?
Roaring Kitty.
Well,
Dave,
Like,
it's kind of... David, kind of like
he's
the,
nothing special. He didn't...
Dave,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's like the Cantillon effect, but like you're just closer to their IQ score, so you just understand.
that's so
You understand it better.
That's so good.
Oh, thanks, Chris. But yeah, I don't know. Like, he had a bullish case for GME. He seen a good opportunity. Like, he was pretty smart, pretty savvy.
No, he didn't.
Knows how to invest.
No, he didn't. He's just like, maybe Ryan's not a doofus.
Yeah.
$30 million on Ryan's not a
Okay,
doofus.
but he was right. So it's hard for me to say it was dumb, right? Because he made a bet and it worked.
right? And he had plenty of reasons. If you go back and watch his videos, no, it didn't work because of him. It didn't work because of the Roaring Kitty. He fucking value did not make that stock move. Deep value.
I don't know. I'm just watching from a some guy
just noticed it and alerted. He didn't tweet anything. No, everything he was going back these videos all the time, and no one was watching him. Nobody was watching him because it was pointless. Nobody believed in the trade. It wasn't until the price started ripping that everyone on Wall Street Bets realized this guy had been posting about it for a long time on their sub, and then they all piled on because the price was moving. But not because of the fundamentals that this guy was talking about, but rather because of the short interest. So the reason
so who is Michael Shapiro and who is seed oils in this analogy? Right? Like, I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, I hear you, and I believe that you're right, okay? But all I'm saying is that, like, you're telling me that it would have gone from $20 to $60 overnight if this guy isn't posting his trading positions. It's just coincidence? That's your...
People didn't even notice that he had posted that stuff till it was over $60. When it went from $10 to $60 and it started to rip, people didn't even notice. People weren't even following him on Reddit. It was
I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about 2 days ago.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about the original, right? The original.
No, I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about now.
Now people believe he's some kind of leader, and that's why he's causing stuff, and so it starts to actually have a bit of an effect, right? Then people start to, like, it's confirmation.
He should have shut up. He should never have opened his mouth. This guy sounds retarded.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't do what he's doing, but I mean, he also has $581 million position, so who am I to, say my way's better when I don't have that kind of money? So,
all right. I just thought of a new meme, and it was based off my Cantillon effect joke, which is phenomenal. But I was thinking,
I love that you're creating your jokes in real time.
This is why Chris was our guy that can get us into the minds of Karina and all the other people in the stock bullies.
Like, this guy literally, and I was thinking in the background when he said the translating, like, retards, I was like, dude, you literally translated Bella.
Anyways, it'd be a good tweet. That one would be.
You upgraded your host quite a bit from Bella to Dave.
That would be a good tweet for someone like Coddle to make or something like that. It would work well for him. So I was thinking also, there's the left curve, mid curve, right curve. Man, left curve is like government workers. Middle curve is like your working class.
Wait, where is Kathy working at?
She's mid curve, but she's working. And then right, the right curvers are like, your
government contractors.
No, I think.
Wait, aren't you a government? Aren't you trying to be a government worker?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I pivoted.
Oh, okay. I'm not left curve enough. I take my rifle position here, center right, almost right, not quite right.
It's left curve government, mid curve is working class, right curve is, I don't know, some denominational wealth, $100 million.
Michael Shapiro.
But wealth, like, I agree with you, but wealth can be inherited.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say that, like, the government workers are getting way better deals than,
Oh, yeah, it's been obvious for a while.
But, like, they're also retarded, too, is the thing. Like,
well, they also have to not fumble the bag and not get hated by their parents.
They can't do a good job. Like, I have a bunch of
Canada, dude, that's the thing.
that are firefighters.
In Canada, government workers are, like, considered, like, there's no negativity talked about with government workers. unless you're in Dave's like circle of friends, but most people would be like, "Oh, you're a federal worker? Like that's awesome. That's a good job. You do and they're respected." Are your government workers not respected in America?
For the most part, I think people poo-poo government workers.
Yeah.
The ones sucking off the tit.
They're seen as lazy and useless.
Yeah, so like people would say that in general, but they would never say that to someone that actually works.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was. That's kind of what I was saying. Like, no one would say that to someone's face, but they would say it to the general pop. They'd say it about the general pop.
I think it would also be if their son-in-law was a government worker, or their.
I'm not talking about the autistics in this room. I'm talking about the general, like.